The fuck is you, a Leo?
No, all my fucking baby mothers is Leo. I got my baby mother. You know, I don't celebrate birthdays. So all my baby mothers, I got 3 baby mothers. They birthday back to back days. Leo, 19, 20, 21.
Damn.
Cause I don't celebrate birthday. I don't really be saving that shit. But yeah, man.
Leos are crazy. That's all I'm gonna say. They
Leos
crazy.
is crazy.
I'm
but
like,
you know,
crazy. Like I didn't
Leo's
intentionally
crazy.
do it. I didn't.
Before we get to Leos, because
we
we gonna go into more. I just want to say, you know, free all the incarcerated parents that need to be free, and rest in peace all the parents that's deceased that ain't here, and that they children
lost their life to this senseless stuff from people that ain't had nothing to do with anything. Like
I ain't with all that shit no more, man. Like I ain't. And people know not to bring that shit to me. I'm gonna make you look real foolish, man. I got a lot of intelligence now, and I know how to use my intelligence. You feel what I'm saying? So we ain't doing.
But nah, like having a deceased parents, like I had my moments. I had my moments when my kid's not around. I still cry. I'm still grieving. Like that's why people were like, "Oh, you should be over about it now." Like I lost my grandmother at 5 years old. I'm still grieving my grandmother, at a young age, losing her. You feel what I'm saying? Because my grandmother, it's so many memories of my grandmother that's embedded in me. That's why they say like you can't remember stuff when you young. I remember shit.
Do it traumatize you? Like
hell yeah, that shit traumatized.
So when you deal with men, are you dealing with going back to with street niggas, gang members, drug dealers?
I want me a geek. Give me a motherfucking geek.
Yeah.
Give me a geek. I don't want no street.
So basically, the guy that you're dealing with now, he just got that aura, that essence that come from that. Like he just one of those that.
Nah, he the only person I deal with. I don't deal with nobody else.
I'm talking about
the dude before him was a geek.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. You only dealing. This dude is kind of outside what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
Right now, even though you saying he not really in the streets, he just got like that.
He was in the streets. He got that street mentality, but he's smart. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. The dude that I was dealing with before him was a geek.
So you basically like reform guys. So how
did the reform
geek? So you like geeks?
Yeah. Fuck. Give me a geek. Fuck that shit. Give me a geek with somebody that's.
So can a geek handle you?
Yeah, because like I don't.
You ain't too aggressive.
I don't give him the nigga side.
You ain't too much.
I don't give him the nigga side. I don't give him the nigga side.
You a cougar though. So you ain't growling and scratching and shit. You like him young? You like him a little younger, like a couple years?
I don't be growling. I don't be scratching. I bite.
And I ain't the question I asked.
I bite.
Do you like him a little younger? Like what's your?
Nah.
So you stick in your group, your age group?
Nah, this nigga's like 30. This nigga 36. So like I ain't doing nothing better than that.
So I would have thought you was in my age group. I look younger than my age too. People think I'm 20 something. Yeah.
I thought you was in your fucking early, like mid fucking, like your mid 20s.
So I'm 30. I'm the same age as 36.
Oh damn.
Yeah. So
so that age.
So I'm from that era, and that's an era too. That's the era of the. That's the last of the Mohegans. That's
the last of the real niggas.
That's the last. That's the 80. I'm an 87 baby. That's the last.
That's the last of the real niggas.
That's the last of the. That's the last of the real the niggas. And that's when niggas start being gorgeous gangsters and shit like that. Like look good, be well groomed, and will take your head off. Like you know what I'm saying? Like nigga ain't got no fear in his heart. The prettiest motherfucker alive. You know what I'm saying? Like
but yeah.
That's a lot of. I know a lot of. That's what wavy goons is. Like that's why we used to call ourselves wavy goons, because we was like, I used to catch a lot of flack for being like a little pretty boy, curly head. Like I got in fights my whole life, so that was my thing. Like that's how I proved myself. So a nigga be like, you want to fight? I'm like, that's all. Like we ain't niggas ain't gonna die. All we gotta do is fight.
Take it back. This is it. Take it back to just when they fight. Like
they can't fight. No, that's what happened. Niggas
and that's the crazy thing.
Little skinny niggas beating up 300 pounders and then you can't take it.
But that's the thing.
How could you walk down? Like how could you walk with your head up?
My father, Blues Clues. That nigga, he will fight you. He could fight. But he gonna shoot you because he know you gonna come back.
I don't like street chicks.
He gonna come back.
But suburban chicks might be worse than street chicks.
They are because if they can't get their way, I'm calling the police on you. You getting locked the fuck up.
Yeah, they do that. They do a lot of that gaslighting.
I know
shit.
Somebody right now.
And they do a lot of gaslighting. And they do a lot of acting. They basically gaslighting. They do all this shit, get you that crazy, and then send your ass to jail.
And the crazy thing is,
or just do everything for you to just get crazy. Like
I don't know somebody, but I know of someone that was in jail for a very, very long time.
I ain't do no domestic violence. I ain't fighting no bitches.
Came home, doing shit. Fucking the bitch that he was dealing with, yo, bitch hideous. Like, the bitch that he was dealing with, like, she done lied and said this nigga hit her. Now he's back in jail.
Yeah, I got that. I had to go.
He back in jail.
Go
I'm like, yo, what is got?
I told my baby mother. So I told my baby mother. I said, listen, not one of them, another one, not the ones you know. I'm glad they didn't do no shit like that. I told my baby, I said, listen, we ain't even cool. Like, I'm about to do her. I'm gonna do her podcast next. So we ain't even cool. We was like this. She did that shit. I'm like, yo, I'm about to get a lawyer. When I beat this case, if you ever do this shit to me again, somebody gonna feel this shit. I just beat the state and the feds. I just faced 20 years in the state.
She need to be cut off.
20. She was cut off. She was cut off.
Be doing a podcast with that
She was cut off. Yeah, I'm gonna do a podcast with it because I hope all my other baby mothers and see it. And,
man, fuck that shit.
And we ain't doing no podcast because we doing a podcast because we cool. Like, we got over that.
Nah, I want to be cool, bitch. Because I could have been 20. I could have been 20 years.
Nah, not 20 years.
For my kids.
No, 5 years. They give me, what I'm saying is, I was fighting 20 years in the state, and I was fighting 5 to 40 in the feds, and I beat that shit. So it's for me to fight some little petty shit that I ain't do.
That's crazy.
It's
wow,
like,
why y'all women like that?
It's gonna be painful.
That be making me look bad.
I say, yo, everybody, your uncles, cousins, like, if domestic violence, I ain't got nothing but drug charges. I haven't even went down for violence yet.
That's why I say it's bad.
I don't even have violence.
It's bad for men because a woman can say anything, and the police gonna just rock out with that female.
So, like, but shout out to her, like, she going to be on the next podcast. And the reason I'm doing it is because we haven't even really talked. That's a really strange. We haven't really been cool after that. Now everything is strictly parenting. And this was like one of my closest friends. So it's like, maybe we get it better. Maybe we talk, and maybe like it's a lot of stuff that might come out. And I really want to talk to her because maybe she'll give me insight on what down, like, around that time, like, what was making you feel.
Is she the type of person that take accountability for the shit?
Nah, she took accountability. That's why I'm able to talk to her or do a podcast with her. So maybe that'll help all the other unaccountable people, you know, because I could take accountability. I understand that me having all these children at one time can cause me for what I went through. I take accountability, but
yeah, but at the end of the day, hold on. Was you in a relationship? Was you in a relationship? Okay, so they can't get mad.
But they can.
They can.
The reason I say they can is not mad at me for that. They could get mad about, that's killing dreams. You killing a person's dream of having a baby, of sharing that moment with a person. Now you got to share it with other people. That's me being accountable. You get what I'm saying? I understand I fucked it up.
At the end
but for how long is niggas gonna punish me? Niggas ain't God. But I respect Allah. Nobody can punish me. Like, you want to punish me? Just think about this. They've been punishing me for years.
That's okay, because they don't get their punishment when they had their judgment day.
Yeah, they definitely. And I'm gonna get my blessings like I've been getting. I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win in the end because I didn't retaliate. I ate this shit. I got a full podcast. I ain't up here dissing them. You friends with 2 of them I ain't friends with. And that's cool. I'm glad. Because maybe that'll have some type of more respect for me in the future. Because you might be around my friend and you better watch what you say. You know what I'm saying? You might fuck up your friendship dissing me. You feel what I'm saying? And because this person knows me too.
But I commend you because you don't disrespect them. You don't do none of that. That's what's up.
I say little jokes that make me laugh and it help me deal with my pain. But the reason I don't do that is because you my friend. What if I tell you everything that these women did to me? Now you ain't they friend no more. Now you looking at now you just
my whole thing is like I still would be friends with them, but
you might have to hold sideways. You be holding them accountable. You have to hold them
sideways. Like, come on, y'all.
So that's the reason I don't do that because I don't want nobody.
I'm glad you don't, though. I don't want nobody
like I got people. You see how I be outside. I got people that love me. Like I do a lot for people. Like, you know, I do a lot for people. Like, I save people's lives. Like, I'm a lifesaver. So it's people that might want to just do things for me just because they got love for me. Like, this all I gotta do is smack a bitch for double, knock a bitch out for double. This all I gotta do. They would do that shit just thinking that's what I want, and that's not what you want. Because I'm not gonna open the doors, and some of them open the doors for other niggas to play with me, and hopefully nobody ever do that again because it won't end well. You feel what I'm saying? Women being masculine to men, not gonna end well. When men be when men be masculine to men, it leads to a fight or more. So women, just knowing this, when we're masculine with men, it leads to a fight or more. So you should never be masculine to a man.
But you gotta understand the reason why a woman is masculine.
I know it's a defense mechanism.
They gotta take care of themselves. They gotta do this. You gotta do that. This and the third. So,
but if a nigga telling you he knows it's a defense mechanism, now what? Like, all right, some niggas don't know that. I know that. So now you gotta recalculate this shit. Because I know you doing this for a defense mechanism. So now, if I want to, I can penetrate your defense mechanism and hurt you, but I don't want to hurt you. I want you to open your eyes and stop doing what you're doing so I don't hurt you or so another men don't hurt you.
It's somewhat, it is a defense mechanism, but it's because they have the wall up. It's a wall because I can't depend on a man.
There's boundaries.
I can't sit here and sit here and just.
But you still got to trust a man to a certain extent. You can start have boundaries. But all right, if you doing that to a man, what is a man to do to you? Do you understand what I'm saying? I understand your point of view.
No, that's true.
Ladies, I understand your point of view. I called it before she said it. It's a defense mechanism. It's a form of protection. It's a boundary. It's a wall. I know. What the fuck am I supposed to do after that now? You don't even know what I'm supposed to do after that.
You don't even know.
I do know.
You don't.
What are you supposed to do? It's supposed to say you're supposed to give her a safe place.
Not even a safe place.
You're supposed to give a safe space.
You gotta build. See, a lot of men like, oh, safe place, safe place.
You can't demand it off the rip.
You have to build a concrete relationship with that woman that has that wall up. And just because you're building and just because you're saying this, your words gotta always match up with your actions.
Some of these women gotta be accountable. You gotta know
that's true. They gotta learn how to accept that. They gotta learn
that's what it is.
Because I can take accountability for the shit that I do. Like if I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
But that's being grown, and we gonna talk about being grown woman and just being woman and a man, or being father and a mother, or just being a baby daddy. It's a difference in these words. That's like true. We being a grown man. I was a man all my damn life. I was born a man. But when I was a grown man, it's when I left them streets alone. When I left all that politics and that shit alone. When I stopped selling drugs to my people. You feel what I'm saying?
That's true.
When I became a man and I had to raise my children, I got to raise daughters.
That's
you feel? I don't want my daughters selling or buying. I don't want my son selling drugs. I don't want my daughter dealing with a drug dealer. I don't want my daughter dealing with a guy that was like me.
Yeah.
My children will never see what I was. My children will never know this gang banging drug dealer. My children won't know that. My children gonna know what I am now. So yes, I got a reputation for the things that I did negative, but I turned it around to positivity. So my kids gonna be like, yo, my daddy was an actor. Yeah. My daddy was a rapper. My daddy was a model. My daddy was a community activist. My daddy did charity. My daddy had a lot of friends in good places. And we get a lot of free shit because of my dad. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I want them to. They ain't gonna know the other shit because that shit long gone before they came.
It's buried. Yeah, it's buried already.
My oldest gonna know I went to prison. I missed some time. You feel what I'm saying? After that, it was over. I killed it. You know what I'm saying? But since we talked about prison and we talking about that, like, my next thing is, like, anxiety, PTSD. Like, you know, I know when we was going over it, you said, I think I might. You feel what I'm saying? So just give me, like, what you think about anxiety or what PTSD is, you know, post-traumatic syndrome and shit like that. Stress syndrome, post-traumatic stress disorder. That's what PTSD stands for. Anxiety.
Yeah.
So I got more of an insight on. So just give me what you think about it, and I'll follow
up. I want to say I don't know, because like I told you before we started the podcast, like Blue almost got shot in front of me, but the gun jammed. So that shit just broke me down, like, cause like my whole thing is like, what if the gun didn't jam and I really seen that shit? So that shit
seeing that it didn't jam, that you could have died is stressful. You know, just having a gun in your face or having a gun around you is stressful. That's why we don't bring guns and drugs around women and children. Like, I never did. So
exactly.
Hopefully,
so when I seen that shit, it's like I froze. I froze, but. Do you
have a fear of guns?
Yeah,
do you have a fear of guns?
Huh?
Do you fear guns?
Hell no, I done went to shooting range, shotguns, shotguns off in the air.
But it was just a fear of just having your
life,
what
happened at that point. Like, I'm just sitting here like, damn, like, what if that shit didn't jam? Like, shit would have just been right there in front of my fucking face.
I deal with that shit a lot. PTSD, the way I move, that's why I be by myself. I did some things that I ain't so proud of, and I ain't just do them to innocent civilians or to people. I did it to people that was trying to do something to me. You feel what I'm saying?
You had to protect yourself.
I protected myself. Being in so many fights, I'm so quick to fight. Fighting ain't nothing to me.
Hell no, because my whole thing is, you can fight, you could beat a nigga up, the nigga will be embarrassed and come back and shoot you.
So, but, you know, growing up through those years back then, fighting is how you proved yourself before you got to shooting. So I came up, I went through all of that. I went through all the phases. I started from the fighting. So I got a reputation for fighting. And I made people start shooting. You get what I'm saying? If you can't beat a little nigga, it's over for you.
Yeah.
You're embarrassed. I ain't got too many losses.
They
I got a lot of fights, not too many losses. And I took losses. You don't get me wrong. I got a handful of losses from some good, reputable dudes. And most of them fights I was supposed to lose. These dudes got 100, 200 pounds on me. It's the heart. And just me going in those places.
And you're still doing it.
Kicking up. Just to kick, just giving them the fight of their life. I'm gonna give you.
They're like, damn, that little nigga dying. I ain't think that little nigga had that shit in.
That's what they do. That little Crip nigga. That's all I hear to this day. Even in Plainfield, yeah, double the little. Yeah, Crip
nigga, you little as hell.
Yeah, but my persona is bigger than I ever.
And their heart too, because they looking like, damn, this nigga little as hell, and he really still like
survive. And I moved a little different. Right. I moved a little different, but I got anxiety and PTSD, real bad. Like stress from just being in jail, prison. I don't like people walking over me, walking by me like I'm
standing behind you. I don't like that. Don't wake
me up all crazy. That's a note. Like don't wake me up, shaking me. I fuck around, Mike. You know what I'm saying? Do something to you.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? You gotta be careful how you waking me up out my sleep. And these things I tell women, like you feel me? I jump in my sleep. You feel what I'm saying? I might wake up in cold sweats sometimes. You know what I mean? These things that I tell you, so you can know about me. You take care of me. You know what I'm saying? That's things that I gotta do.
You know what to not do.
So the anxiety from just, like I don't even panic in those type of situations, but that's what make it bad. If somebody pulled out guns one time all on us, and I just was like,
it is what it is.
I ain't even flinch. Niggas sweating, scurrying. I'm protecting everybody. I'm just like, yo, go over there. And I'm just like, I didn't. That's PTSD. I don't even feel nothing no more.
Yeah.
I'm used to that shit. Like, so it's like, I'm in therapy now, learning how to deal. I never took no L's. My baby mothers taught me how to take an L. Shout out to all my baby mothers. Y'all make me great. Y'all made me great. Because if I never was able to take an L, I never would be able to take a short. No man. Y'all taught me how to deal with men. You feel me? And other women. You know what I'm saying? As soon as y'all start acting crazy, World Star. I'm saying World Star too. World Star. And I'm recording you. Because I got to protect myself. That's how I protect myself.
Yeah, you have to. Because a woman will sit here and lie.
And I got anxiety from dealing with these women. Like, it's like, damn, I'm scared. I'm like, I'm cautious. Like, because I see what can happen. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be dealing with no chick that's going to play off my past. You going to play off me being Crip. You going to go get some blood, nigga, on me? You going to play off. You going to play off. You going to play off. You going to play off me. Like, you going to really go, and you going to get some sucker and bring a sucker to me. What if I knock his head off and you put me away for life?
Exactly.
Like, and
doing some dumb sucker shit.
Then you bringing this nigga to me. He ain't even prepared for this shit.
That's true.
He don't even know what he getting himself into. He happy about the ass. He don't even know he in for it.
Yeah, the
he don't even know like niggas be in his bushes.
Pussy got him lost.
He don't even know like, come on man, we pay $79.99. We background check you, look for your miles. You get your last mailing addresses for the last 10 years. You feel me? We looking for mailing addresses. You feel what I'm saying?
That's smart.
The next relatives. Yeah, $79.99 background check. That's the good one. You feel what I'm saying? Like, so that's the things that PTS and anxiety do to me. You bring a nigga, you go, these niggas to me.
Yeah, who is this nigga?
Now you making me waste $100 on some punk ass nigga.
Yeah, because I need to know who this nigga is. He ain't nobody.
Now his mama his family live in the same neighborhood. His mama live in the street. His granddaddy live 4 blocks down. I done looked this whole family up, and they right in the same neighborhood.
In a matter of 2 seconds.
And he a sucker.
I done spent my money on this motherfucker.
Now I got I got call the goons up. Hey, yo, man, nah, man, he ain't even like that.
He ain't nobody.
And these niggas like, so what? Still do it.
They still want to.
Because them suckers be the ones that really do you. So you put me in a predicament.
In a situation.
So now I got to do something, or I got to get something done to me.
That's true.
And that's the predicament you put, and that's the anxiety, that's the PTSD, that's the thoughts that run through your head. Should I do it?
Should I do this? Because I don't know what they're capable of doing.
So imagine I'm going through
a sucker. But
imagine I'm going through with my baby.
And if you scared, my mom always told me, don't fight somebody that's scared of you. You fight somebody that's scared of you, they fuck around and kill you. I don't never fight nobody that don't want to fight. My mother always told me, don't fight somebody that's scared of you.
I don't believe in no oppression. Like, so you will never hear me oppress nobody, but you'll never see nobody oppress me, and nobody gonna oppress
Like,
nobody I'm with. Like, you can't bully me, and you can't bully nobody I'm with.
I wanted to fight this girl one time. I punched her in her shit. She pissed on herself. I left her the fuck alone. I said, nah, I'm not fighting her. She probably do something to kill me.
They be trying to give me like meds and shit like that. I ain't taking it because I tough too. It just does something to me. So I'm in therapy now to learn how to weigh out my options, to learn how to keep myself away from certain people. Like some them baby mamas, your friends. I just don't deal with them. Go to court, or we just got it lined up. My oldest, I could speak to her directly. And that's where it get a little fucked up. Like you said, you mentioned why it's fucked up. I ain't even had to say why it's fucked up. You know why it's fucked up.
Yeah.
You know why. You see my relationship with my children. So if I say it's strained, you know why it's messed up. I ain't even have to tell you. I ain't got to tell you nothing she said.
Yeah, I don't know.
But look, I'm going to tell you, the things that she said and done, she did it in front of her.
And that's wrong. You're not
she did it. Hang up.
Like, no child supposed to see.
Look, double. Yo, hang the phone off. Hang up on that nigga. Man, fuck that nigga. Hang up on that nigga.
You used to do that with no kid. Like that right there, you used to do that. Like, I'm telling you.
That's the light shit. And I don't mean to, no disrespect, I don't mean to put on blast, but that's light.
My daughter is 23.
I want to say that. I want to say these things so maybe she hold herself accountable, because that's the least of the things she said. She didn't call me all the names in the book, and under these circumstances, I gotta be a good nigga.
Hold up, look, what's up?
And look at my daughter. I gotta be like, yeah, your mom's great. Although she treats me like crap, she's a great mom.
You ain't gotta say nothing to her about her mom at all, because at the end of the day, when
my daughter see for herself what it is.
When your daughter gets older and she matures and she starts seeing shit and playing shit back,
my baby mother gonna feel that pain.
That happened when they were younger. They be like, dang.
Yeah, you emasculate.
Why my mom was like that? Like,
look, you emasculate the last line of defense. I'm the last line of defense for my daughter. When all else fails, call daddy. And that's the person you emasculate and disrespect. So how is she gonna respect? And luckily my daughter's smart enough and old enough to
and know the shit. Because she in that thing. My daughter is 23 years old. I can call her right now and ask her one simple question, and she would tell you no. I haven't ever in my life down talk her father. I ain't ever bash her dad. I ain't ever do none of that. Because you know why?
And that's very important.
Because you know why?
Because it keeps the respect level for the kid.
At the end of the day, not even respect level. For your own trouble. At the end of the day.
I don't even drink dark. Got me talking about my baby mama. They going to curse me out. We going viral.
At the end of the day, that child is going to see that parent for who they really are. So if you're this bad person, it doesn't matter. Like, she could sit here and say this and say that about you, trying to paint a picture of you in your daughter's head. But at the end of the day, your daughter looking at her like, you wailing and you crazy, because that's not how I view my dad, and that's not the shit that my dad showed me.
I'm growing to something real
big. My dad ain't
big.
disrespecting you. I haven't ever seen my dad disrespect you in my face, but I see you disrespect my dad a million times in front of my face. Like, it's
gonna come to that stage, and she gonna have to face it.
When your daughter get older and she get to a certain point in her life, a certain maturity point in her life, and her mother is going to be sitting here like, oh, why my daughter don't fuck with me like that? She need to think back to the shit that she did.
Just be accountable. You created that monster.
And now she don't fuck with you.
Yeah.
Because of the shit that you saying.
Because look, she ain't going to fuck with you because you going to try to punish her, and you never held her accountable. Like you never hold yourself accountable.
That's why I always
So when you try to punish her, you try to stop me from punishing her, stop from my strictness. It's to make you look good. But when you got to punish her, you're not going to be able to. And I ain't going to be able to too, because you stopped me.
All I want to say is, all women out there, like, do not use your child as a weapon towards the father. Do not use your child as a weapon towards the father.
All my children's mothers did it to me. And I understand that it's a thing to do. Some of them stop. Some of them still going.
My whole thing is like...
It is. I'm proving that it's a thing to do.
It's not a thing to do because, like, two of your baby mothers out of your baby mothers.
All four of them did it.
But you just don't understand.
But I take accountability for it because of the situation.
I understand that, but this is what I'm saying. You don't know where they got that from. As a young kid,
they don't got they fathers ain't strong.
It's not even about the fathers. It's not even about their mothers. It's about other females they've been around.
Yeah.
Just listen to me.
Not being accountable.
When I was younger, right? A lot of shit that I did in relationships Me, at the age that I am right now, I'm like, damn, I shouldn't have did that. But me, as a little girl growing up, I see my older sisters acting this way. I see my older sisters doing that. I can't say my mom, because my mom ain't act out the way that, like my mom ain't do none of that shit.
Yeah,
like,
learn behavior.
My mom not doing none of that.
Learn
you
behavior.
feel what I'm saying? But it's my sisters. Like, I witnessed my sister hitting her baby father with a car. I witnessed my sister doing certain shit to
And
her
what is a
kid's
nigga
father.
supposed to do? A nigga knock your head off, a nigga kill your brother, kill your daddy.
Didn't do nothing to her. That's the thing. That's my thing. As me older looking at it, as I'm younger.
You giving me PTSD right now. We're gonna move on to alcoholism and drugs. Like, you feel me? Like alcoholism. Like, what's your experience like with alcoholism and drugs? Like, whether you experience it in your family, whether you experience yourself, friends.
My dad, I want to say, like, I feel like my dad was an alcoholic. Coming up,
everybody alcoholics now too. It's rough.
Not now, but no, my dad.
I said everybody out here, like, it's like now, it's rough out here.
My dad, like I stated before earlier, my parents are Jamaican, so my dad drink the Raisin Nephew. That's the rum. That's 100%.
That's that shit.
That's 100 proof.
It changes him. Does it make him a different person? Like,
look, I feel like it do, bro. My dad took the fucking Raisin Nephew rum, right? He took that rum, he put weed in that shit. He let that shit seep for like months. I want to say like a year or 2 years. I took a cap full. Like, I saw the guy, like, all this was burning for like 30, 40 minutes. I said, how the fuck y'all?
Is he functional?
Yo.
Did it put a dent in his relationship? Did it put a dent between his kids?
I think it was detrimental to my parents' marriage.
No, it was talk about.
No, it was detrimental to my parents' marriage, because my dad being drunk at third, like, it was crazy. But like, my dad used to get fucked up off that shit. Like,
did they separated or they stayed together?
They still together.
But it caused trauma. It caused trouble in the relationship.
It did cause trauma. It caused trouble. When I say my dad used to be fucked up. So your mother is
one of them strong, like, Jamaican ladies that ain't leaving her man.
My dad straight drink that and smoke weed. That and weed. That's what my dad did. And that shit right there, like, me, but as I got older, looking back on it.
Was he dealing with something? Like, or was it just something that, like try to, like, psychoanalyze, like, why was he drinking and smoking?
You know how, like,
now
they say, like, the niggas that's Masons and stuff like that is, like, a big something. Like, I didn't realize that my dad...
thinking that maybe he had, like, a lot of knowledge and information. It was an important person, and it took a lot of stress off.
My dad was a Mason, and I didn't realize that till I got older. I didn't realize my dad was a Mason till I was older. That sign with the G in it. I remember being a little girl, my dad had this black suitcase with that shit in, handkerchief with that sign on it and shit like that. I didn't know what the fuck that shit was as a little girl.
You said so many great things about your dad. Did alcoholism or the drugs? Like,
I know. I feel like that played a part of him where he's not raised. My dad's 74. That nigga's supposed to be retired. That nigga's still working. Because why? When he was younger, he was out there running the streets, ripping, doing this, doing that. Then when he got to a certain age, now you want to go out there and get a job. While my mom been working all her life. My mom is retired now. You feel what I'm saying? Late bloomer. My mom is able to sit, chill, collect her retirement, her pension, all that shit.
It was alcohol and drugs led to some irresponsible or bad decisions.
Hell yeah, my dad is fucking set. My dad got 13. 13 kids. I swear to God.
Alcohol contributed to that?
I feel like, I swear to God.
Alcohol contributed to my kids too.
Like,
that don't mean that I ain't grateful for them, because I might have not even wanted no more kids or wanted my kids at the time.
I'm swear grateful. My dad got more than 13 kids, bro. I have a nephew that's like, I want to say my nephew's like 27. 26. I feel like I have a brother in Jamaica that's that age, but my dad is not saying nothing. I feel like my dad has more kids. My brother just went to his wife's son middle school graduation in South Jersey, an hour away. The program he sent to my fucking mother, it was somebody name in there with the last name as our last name. And my brother he was trying to figure out who the parents was, because he wanted to know my last name.
Get out of here,
has my last name.
What we ain't about to do is do conspiracy theories up here. We ain't about to start this Jamaican conspiracy theory on your pops.
No,
and listen, shout out to your pops. I ain't with that. I ain't condoning none of that. We ain't with all that.
My dad got a lot of kids.
Yeah, I got a lot of kids too. So
I feel like
I got to defend the niggas with a lot of kids. Is he a good pops though? Through the alcohol and the weed and all, is he a good father?
All my dad was around was for discipline. That's it. All my dad came around was to beat us. That's it.
So he didn't financially take care?
No, my mom was the financial.
But did his...
My mom paid the bills. My mom did everything.
His discipline...
My dad hold on, because
even though it's negative, so we don't... Discipline ain't negative, but, even beating might be considered negative. Did that discipline do something?
No, because that beat was a beat. Nigga.
I'm just asking. I'm not saying. I'm not sticking up.
Yeah, y'all got to beat with belt, switch, extension cord, whatever.
All that. I'm a badass kid. I was a bad kid.
You know what the fuck we got beat with? A fucking car part, my nigga. A car part.
So do you think alcoholism contributed to
yes.
That's why I'm asking. You wasn't. I gotta beat it out of you, bro.
I said yes a million times. My dad, you know the belt from the fan on the car?
No drugs though, like no hard drugs.
No, just weed and liquor. You know the fan belt.
You took drugs before?
Yeah,
what you ever did?
I done took E. But I had a reason. Like when I was taking E
Hold
pills,
on. Yeah,
it was for me to stay up.
I wasn't. So was you a pill popper?
No, I took E pills for me to stay up all night so I could sell drugs.
But you was a popper when you was hustling.
Yeah, just to hustle. Like if I'm up during the day, okay, yeah. If I want to go, like I'm taking it down. Then if it's like, like I'm pulling all nighter, I'm gonna pull all nighter.
So like,
all right, let me get this E pill.
I feel like from the number blocks, like we used to get throw them joints back, be up all night trapping. Stealing cars,
not all the time. Not all the time.
Stealing cars, rip rodding and shit.
Not all the time for me to pop. It's just like I will.
And I'm not a pill pop. I used to be like, let me get a half. No, I will hustle.
I would do a pill. The E pills. I would do a pill. I would hustle.
I ain't got mind control over certain drugs.
My whole thing was, I want to be outside all night.
Yeah.
Let me take this pill because this shit gonna keep me up all night.
Did you have effects? Like, did it fuck you over? Like, is there a reason like I ain't fucking with them shits no more? Like.
Nah, like I stopped hustling. That's the only reason why. I only was taking it to stay up.
You was only taking it to be outside.
Yeah.
Be outside with gangs. So was you influenced?
Nah.
To take it?
No.
You just wanted to
take it? I
was
asking my friends, like, you take that shit? Yeah. Like, how that shit? Like, they like, man,
so you was curious?
They was like, I can't sleep. When they told me they can't sleep, I'm like, oh yeah, I need that to stay up all night.
So you was curious?
Not curious. I need that to stay up all night.
So you was a drug dealer? I didn't know you was a drug dealer.
It wasn't dope. It was just
it's crack. Statute of limits over.
Just crack.
Crack. Yeah, they changed the laws on crack. Crack used to be worse than dope. Shit. They changed
just
the
crack,
laws.
no dope. Just crack.
I like crackheads.
I love crack.
I like selling crack. I sold dope for like one day.
One crackhead.
So dope for one day. They be sick. They be throwing up, shitting on themselves. He came and look. I was in the alley. They coming down the block in the alley looking like a monster. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
I had this.
It's a fiend. I'm like, this nigga shit and stinking. I'm like, nah, I can't sell this dope.
I had this one.
Crackheads be happy, and they always got shit.
When I say this one fiend, she used to bring it, yo.
The crackheads bring you food.
It's to the point
TVs.
where I start looking at her different. Like we gotta, like I'm close. It's to the point where
I got mad bonds with crackheads.
Her. Like bitch, you ain't getting none.
I got mad bonds with crackheads.
Like she said, even when she got back, I'm not hustling no more. She's still in the streets getting high. And yo, meet, let me get a couple down.
Yo, crackheads, like homeless people, killers and dealers be like,
yo, meet, let me
they be
get
like angels. They be like angels to me.
She be like, let me get a couple of dollars. I said, I ain't give you shit. I'm like, she's like, I'm hungry. You hungry?
Get you some food.
Come on, let's go get some food.
I ain't gonna lie.
I went, hold up, wait. I took her to the store. She's like, I want one piece of chicken. I said, you want one piece of chicken? I said, that's all you want. She's like, can I get a couple of dollars? I'm gonna get my money. I said, look, I'm not giving you no fucking money. I don't want your debit card. I don't want shit from you. I learned if you want food,
everything I know from like the worst people in life.
Yeah, if you want food, get whatever you want. Whatever you want, I'm buying it. Whatever food you want, I'm not putting no money in your hand.
I remember when I crashed home, when I came home, we was in the backyard on 16th Street. I came home, I got fucked up. I look like Two-Face. Like niggas hit me with all rights. So I got 8 minutes. I don't suggest nobody do that. We wasn't even supposed to do that. We was all incorrect. We was beating the shit out our homies. Like, I don't suggest you beat the shit out your homies. Because your homies will resent you. I resented everybody that was in my shit. I wasn't even cool with the niggas that put hands on me.
Damn.
So, like, my shit was like, I look like Two-Face. So they carried me. I'm in the backyard. I'm staying in the next block. So they carried me through the backyard over the fence to the next block. Niggas, I'm naked. They put me in the tub. I'm in the tub with a little towel over my shit. Bloody. Smoking a blunt. Everybody was happy. It was like a rites of passage. But the next day, my shit was sexy. I looked like Two-Face. Half face normal, half face fucked up. So the crackhead, like, selling. I'm back on the block. I'm in the summertime with a hoodie on. Crackhead talking shit. Why you got a hoodie on? Damn, look at your face. I'm like, bitch, you want the fucking crack or what, man? I'm trying to get this money up. So she go bring me a plate. She bring me back a plate. I served her. She came back, brought me back a plate. And she had some shit in the foil. Like, let me put this on your face. I'm like, bitch, I ain't letting you put this, you crackhead. You ain't putting shit on my face.
Was it aloe?
I don't know what it was. It looked like, it might have been like Now, as you said, it looked like it might have been like aloe or like A&D ointment, but it wasn't. Didn't look like, or it looked like it might have been some mixture. To be honest,
she probably mixed something up together.
It was a mixture because it was in foil. So I'm like, man, I ain't let no crackhead put up. She like, shut up, nigga. You let them boys put their hands on your face.
You might as well let me put this shit on your face. It's going to help you.
And she like, you let the boys put their hands on your face. And you still around them. So I think you better let me put this on your face.
It's going to help.
And I bought you some food, you dumb motherfucker. And for some reason, I just sold her crack. But for some reason, she didn't come back a crackhead. She came back a mother.
Yeah, because
so this is a person I'm serving. You know, I'm serving a crackhead.
Because that crackhead shit went out the window.
The crackhead shit went out the window.
She seen you because she fuck with you.
Because she fuck with me.
And then she seen it like, nah, I gotta help him out.
You know, I never seen that lady again. I never seen her again after that. So either she stopped coming through to buy crack, or I just never seen her again. That shit was crazy. I ended up getting locked up a little bit after that. So I was selling crack. I ended up getting locked up for crack in my hood. I ended up stopped selling crack. I ended up never seeing her again. It was like an angel. So I was talking all the shit, and she was talking shit back, and it's just she wasn't a crackhead. She was talking shit as a mother figure.
As a mother, because she was being a mother to you. She was concerned.
They fucked me up. So that's like my experience. I ain't really I used to like selling crack. I ain't like selling dope. Like pills and shit like that. That's why I went to jail for selling pills.
Too much
I went to dope for jail. I went to jail for the feds for conspiracy for heroin and oxycodones and shit. But the oxycodones, it wasn't no weight. Like I could have got a slap on the wrist for that. It's that heroin that's 5 to 40.
Yeah.
They said 5 to 40, minimum 5.
Damn.
You know, I was going to trial. They talk about trial could double, triple it. I'm about to roll. I'm rolling the wheels.
I used to go
and they end up giving
this fucking crackhead. He used to be like, dope. Nope, I am not touching that shit. And I had fiends that used to call me. Motherfuckers used to be in Bedminster, out in like Middlesex. I used to go see them. They 200 or better.
So did you like you liked the fast money?
No dope for me, huh?
The crack, you liked the fast money? Like what stopped you?
I got pregnant with my 15-year-old.
So you never got arrested for selling drugs?
Hell no.
Yeah,
I was cool with all the police. They be like, Tamekia police. I don't give a fuck what you're saying. I'm cool. How you doing, officer? Dirty as shit. How you doing? Cool relationship with all the police.
The top of the list was hard to get through that. That was a little hard. I got my anxiety go. I ain't roll my blunt because I got all started. I'm solo. I need assistant. I'm looking for assistant. Blacshēp podcast, Mars Multimedia looking for assistant. But let's talk about like careers. Like you just talking about how you was selling drugs, how you was living in the project, living in certain areas, moving around. Like where did you like find a place where you got to get into a career? We was talking about. Off camera, we was talking about Robert Wood Johnson. How you was talking about you was happy to get in there, like that was something you was working for. How hard it is, how difficult it is for people like us,
especially for black people. It's hard to get in there. My whole thing is my heart is so big. I always want to help people. Like my whole thing is I always want to help somebody. I always want to
for the community.
So my whole thing is like in the medical field.
Make you feel good. Yes. That's one of the biggest fields right now. So if everybody out there, join the medical field, whether it be
that's where
whether
the money
it be
at.
A receptionist,
that's where the money at.
You doing any type of work in there. They're
gonna always need someone. Is the medical field. They're gonna always need someone.
No matter where you go across the country, it's always in demand career.
The medical
for male and females.
That is 100% true.
So like, what do you do in the field? Exactly, like
I done did so much shit. I done did security. I was a home health aide. I was on home health aide. The last client I had, it was more so like. She was family, and when she had to go to a center, like I just said, I can't do this shit no more because I got too close. Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? So I'm like,
especially dealing with the elderly. You know what I'm saying?
Like I can't. I loved her. Her name was Jean Weiss. Like that was a white lady, Jean Weiss. Like I swear to God, she was the sweetest freaking lady ever. Like I swear to God, like she had 2 sons and 1 daughter. Like I swear to God.
Well, the health field is dope. I'm recently in the health field, so I'm like in facilities. I do like maintenance. So I do real light duty. I work for Nook Community Healthcare Center, so it's a federal organization. Like I couldn't even get a job. I was trying to find a job, like you were saying, it was hard for me. And Nook, they gentrifying, so they background checking. I work out here in Plainfield, Middlesex area. I never got background. I'm coming straight from the feds. I ain't get background check when I was out here. I just went back to Nook last year. I couldn't get a job. I got hired at the airport. I got hired at 4 jobs.
It's hard. Like,
gentrification.
I don't understand.
And I want y'all to know it's coming to this area too. Y'all see them new buildings going up. That's what gentrification is. New buildings, federal cases, get all of us out, move new people in. It's coming to Plainfield. It's in Plainfield. Federal cases. You feel me? That's why we don't talk all that federal shit. We don't get in too deep to that because we two people that come from that stuff. Like our people who's still in it. You know what I'm saying? We got one foot in. We got our
one foot in.
You feel what I'm saying? We trying to get up out of it. So we got to be careful on the stuff that we talk about, the people that's still incarcerated. We got to be careful about the stuff we talk about, the murders and the people that's not here no more, because these open cases, these are things that people that still get involved or people we know that still might be involved. So we was careful when we was talking about our relationship and the people we was talking about. Like, we was real careful because we still got to see these people. We still got to deal with these people. These people still got to be around. Or some of these people ain't here no more and somebody took that person away. So these are sensitive topics, you know what I'm saying? Like, we on the internet right now. I got my sis probably doing something she never did before.
Nah, this is my first podcast.
So I want y'all to respect that. She
first
got paid
podcast.
And she handled herself well. Like, we don't want to go too federal. We don't want to be at too many people all in certain type of business, because I look at you as somebody that's a very important person. Like, just by who your children's fathers is, like, you know, people gotta look out for you. You got a children's father that's locked up, you know, I don't know him and nothing like that, but it's people that do know him and the people that got love for him and respect for him on that side. And, you know, the child father I do know, I got a lot of respect for him, you know. And from what I heard, you know, I wanted to ask you, like, I heard they might even have had a decent relationship. Like, you feel me? Like, I don't know if it's true, but I heard that, and I wanted to ask you that if that's true, because that might change a lot of things for people who didn't know that, or if it was true, if they might have had a beef, or if they just dropped the beef, or if they actually was cool because y'all got mutual kids. Like, so that's something I was interested in knowing, that I might have heard that could be a rumor, but you might could, like, let me know about that. Like,
there's no beef, but nah, like, he was, like, after all, like, a lot of the senseless killing, like, he was definitely, like, he was changing. He definitely was changing.
Opinion change on
a good change. So how did you know when when you're changing, when you're going through that time frame in your life when you're changing, is very detrimental to you, because like you're very vulnerable, and that could be the time where you lose your life, because that could be the time that the devil is like, nah, this nigga trying to change.
The relationship like with the kid, the relationship like with the kids.
Nah, he was like, yo.
So does that change the things? Because the relationship with the kids, does that change it for like, dang?
No, he was when I say an excellent.
I'm talking about, does it change and make it better? Like, damn, this person around my kids, they looking out. You know what I mean? It might
no, he was a good dude. Like, he was like, when my other kids, like, okay, so my daughter, I got a daughter named after me. Her name is Tamekia. The older ones used to pick on her. He used to be mad as hell.
I can't believe you got me drinking Remy.
My baby, like, yo, he used to sit there and call her his daughter and everything. They ain't here bothering her because she was the smallest. So
it wasn't no beef. No, I mean, they was best friends. Like, I might have heard in the room.
Cool. They was cordial. It wasn't nothing. This nigga's a Crip. This nigga's a Blood. They was cool. Like, nigga, my son father sleeping downstairs on the couch, and this nigga's son father sleeping downstairs on the couch. Nigga's a Blood. This is my nigga that I'm fucking, a Crip. That's upstairs in my bed. I got two niggas in the house. And bitches used to come to me like... So it
had to be mutual respect.
Yeah, bitches used to come to me like, when I grow up, I want to be like you. I said, the fuck is you talking about? They said, you got your baby father staying there and so
it wasn't peachy cool crunch.
Nah, they was cool. Like, from my knowledge, from what I heard before me and Blue started fucking around, him and Crook was cool. I didn't know that till after me and Blue started fucking around. I'm the type of female, I'm not dealing with no nigga that my baby father cool with. I'm not dealing with no nigga that be around my baby father. I didn't know too much about this dude. You feel what I'm saying? Because when I met this nigga, he never said, oh, I'm Blue's Clues. Yeah. He introduced himself to me as Mike.
So when that happened,
he said, my name is Mike.
So did that make it a big deal when everything come out, and at first it like might have been a big deal?
No, it's over already.
But yeah, so basically
you already done clapped. We already clapped. We
already done clashed. And
yeah, like it's over. It's nothing to do. I'm not backing. Like, all right, my bad. I didn't know y'all was cool. Whatever. Like, I'm not doing. Like, fuck it. I'm already fucking you. Yeah, like, feelings is already there. Like, the fuck. Hilarious. I'm not cutting this shit off. What the fuck I'm cutting this shit off for? If this shit was in a different, the other shoe, if it was a nigga, like, oh damn, I ain't know that my baby mother friend. Is you gonna stop fucking her? No, you're gonna still be clapping them fucking cheeks.
So what about, like, cause we was talking about careers in the health field, so like, you good into the health field, like what about like the future? Like do you like want your kids to be involved in like shit like that? Like what's your future plan? Like, what's your vibe? Because I know you talking about you want to do podcasting like this shit right here.
Yeah, like I don't mind doing podcasts.
So this shit right here,
but like my life was crazy. Like I got a lot of stories. When I say a lot of stories,
so what's like the future? What's the future? What's the future hold? Like what's the as far as your career? Like you going to get deep into your career? Like what's the future like for podcasting? Like
so the future for podcasting, if I'm presented the opportunity, like the host and the like. I would love to do that. And as far as like work wise, like I just told you, I am going to be starting working at Robert Wood Johnson on July 8th. I left my other job as a PSR in the orthopedic office.
What you think about like modeling? I know you be dancing and shit. Like, what you think about like doing stuff like holding stuff like that? Like,
yo, you're not the
what about like acting and shit like that?
Somebody said that to me. Like, why you never be a model? I'm shy. Like,
I think you is shy.
It don't seem like that, but I'm dead ass shy. Like, I'm shy as fuck.
So you going wait till your chance pass, or you going to take the opportunity? Because you know, like that's what we do at Blacshēp Podcast. We like to work around everything. Like we got the movie Blacshēp, the movie coming out. We got Blacshēp
like
Fitness. We got Blacshēp Fitness. I got some merch. So I gotta get you the merch. I ain't got you the merch right now because we rebranding right now. So I'm rebranding, working, doing some things. So I owe you some merch. I usually give my my guests merchandise and shit. So you got some shit coming soon. So
yeah, I'm gonna harass you for it too.
Nah, it's coming, and it's new. So you're gonna be one of the first people with the new shit. So that's what we looking for. That's what I'm doing. Like I'm doing fitness. I'm into the health shit because you know we in the health field, and I had health issues, so I want to be around for my kids. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I want to be here. You feel me? So I'm gonna be outside. I'm gonna be active and I'm gonna be positive. So you feel me? I'm in the community. We're gonna be doing shit. Maybe you can help us with some cooking and stuff like that. We're gonna be doing some things.
Oh, I love to cook.
So we gonna be cooking.
Everybody, I done had motherfuckers hit me up there like, yo, when you gonna do a fish fry again? So when you gonna start selling plates again?
Maybe we're gonna do a fish fry. We can sell some plates, but we also gonna do some charity. We're gonna give you the money. We're gonna pay you. We're gonna do something fish fry. We're gonna get them homeless people to pay. People that don't get the luxury. I like to get people that don't get the chance to have the luxury to do that.
You know, it's crazy that you said like I remember living in Elizabeth and like I used to see all these homeless people. Like
they appreciate
Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving for dinner.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, I used to like cook so much food, and I used to go out looking for these homeless people and giving them food.
So we
like
could
the
do
other
that.
day,
We
like
make
I
that
was
a thing.
at it was Wawa. So the lady asked for $1. I'm like, I ain't got it. So my 6-year-old, he like, Mom, if you had $1, you would have gave her $1. And I'm like, you would have gave $1? He said, yeah, Mom, you always giving people money. Yeah. So I'm like,
that's good teaching kids that.
I just went and
so we
got
do when we got the upcoming charity. Make sure you bring your kids. I want to bring my daughters. I want them to understand like the importance of charity and shit like that.
I went and I bought her food. Like I told her, I'm like, yo, come on, I'll take you in the store. I bought her food. I'm the type of person, like, when I do shit for people, I don't record it.
Yeah, hell no.
So when I did put it on, I put it on IG, but when I put it on IG, I did not record her specifically. I just record the items that was on the floor and shit, but I didn't record her because I feel like people that record people, they just looking for clout and certain things like that.
They're looking for attention.
But me, nah, like when I did it, it wasn't like, oh, I did it for clout or not. Nah, like I don't want nobody to see who I was helping, and I have done it in the past. I have gave food.
So I got your word. You gonna help us with our charity.
Yo, like hell yeah, I'm down for everything. I'm all down for helping people. I'm all down for giving back. Like,
what about, I know you injured, but that's good. That's you come back. What about like the fitness stuff? Maybe some dancing classes and stuff.
That's how my ankle get right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I know you know what I mean. But even like rehabilitation, like I'm rehabilitating myself because my equilibrium and my balance. You feel me? We rehabilitate. We can help people out with that type of stuff. Just being in the health field.
I'm down. I'm down for it.
We still got like let's finish up these little topics. I got like a few more before we get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? We've been chopping it up. Small. I got like 4 more times. Small city vibes.
The vibes ain't vibing out here.
I made a lot of money out here.
The vibes ain't vibing. Like the reason why I say that is because these niggas is too worried about like on a beefing. Like they not worried about getting fucking money. Like they too worried about beefing and a lot of things with the beefing. Sometimes it's behind a bitch. And to be honest with you, I feel like the real beef started behind a bitch. Like cause I don't know. Like I know somebody who got shot up and killed behind a bitch because a bitch lied and said this person was following them and that person.
A lot of females manipulate and a lot of
started the fucking beef.
Y'all almost killed more than the dudes, for real.
Nah.
It's the small city vibes for me is dangerous.
Very.
Like I'm coming from Nook, it's bigger. You might not see these other niggas from the other ward or the other side. like being in Plainfield and just coming from since a teenager. I used to take the train and all that. I walked through the whole.
Yeah, I was big on public transportation.
So I seen all sides, like, you know what I mean, from the West End to the East End, past the projects, chicken shacks. I'd have been all over throughout the years, and it's a little dangerous. But you know, being a person that move correctly, you know what I'm saying, have boundaries and respect for places I go. And boundaries and respect for myself. I don't let people play with me either. Like if we
not supposed to.
If we got a problem, let's get to the problem. If we don't got no problem, I ain't got no problem. It's love and respect. For me, I don't hate. You know what I mean? And I got respect for the city that made me a lot of money. Y'all changed my life. You feel what I'm saying? I got a lot of respect for the city. That's why I did a lot of charity out here. I did a lot of charity in Plainfield. So you feel me? So like a lot. Like I ain't even write that shit off. So I learned how to write this shit off so I could get something out of it. But I got blessings out of it. You feel me? Just giving people masks. You know what I'm saying? Donating masks. We went during COVID. We did even Risco Blackwall. We donated 100 masks to people like that. I had to make them shits and put it together, and that shit was washable, reusable masks for people during that time. Like that shit felt dope to do something like that for people. So like that's what we be on.
Volunteering, yeah. Like as a little girl, my mom used to work at Reynolds. I used to always go to her job and volunteer.
So I'm definitely gonna be using you.
And then when I was just working at this other place, Summit Health, like Aisha,
and with a small city, you know everybody. I practically know everybody, and that's good because my kids growing up out here, and I want everybody to know my kids. So don't play with my fucking kids because I'm coming for you. Like you feel what I'm saying? Like you know that's my kids.
Nobody not playing with their kids.
You know that's my kids. And you know them double kids. Like I'm coming blazing. I ain't asking no questions. That's why I'm teaching my kids right from wrong now, because I ain't asking no questions. My kids call me, I'll
pop you first. I'm gonna ask questions later.
Yeah, we're gonna sort through the shit later. You feel what I'm saying? That's why I'm teaching my kids.
I deal with the consequences.
So for the mothers out there, that's what I'm teaching my kids. I'm teaching my kids to be honest.
Teach your daughters to keep their hands to themselves.
To be accountable. You feel what I'm saying? To have boundaries and responsibilities and integrity. You know what I mean? Don't lie to me, because you lie to daddy, you're gonna send daddy to jail. You feel what I'm saying? For your lie. Now don't lie. Now if it's the truth, they did something, I'ma smile in my mugshot, baby. He did what?
Nah,
he gotta go.
But my also do too. Like these females need to teach their daughters not to put their hands on.
Yeah, my daughter better not put their hand. You can't. Like I teach my daughter, especially my oldest. Come get daddy.
Like my oldest son.
Soon as something get wrong, come get daddy. Look, you got a long life to live. I live my life, baby. I'm only living right now for you.
I told my oldest sons, especially my 21-year-old, when he was younger, if your sister out there fighting, let her fight. If they try to jump her, you better knock that head off.
Use the
and this is what I told him. Don't worry about you getting charged hitting with a female, because I'll go right in front of the judge and tell the judge, Your Honor, I could wear that charge. I told him to do it.
And this small city got me multiple kids in this little small city. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And it's crazy because like my 8-year-old, my 6-year-old little girl's been hitting them. I keep telling them, like, don't hit them back, don't hit them back. Man, I had to go to the mother like, yo, bro, like I've been telling my kids not to hit your daughter back, but I'm letting you know right now. My son got a scratch in the face. Your daughter scratched my son in the face. And I'm telling you right now, I told my son the next time your daughter hit him to knock their fucking head off.
Small city got to find out who their parents is. Like, who your parents?
Who your parents?
Yeah,
and I told him, like,
make sure this shit don't happen again.
Parent, like, look, your daughters keep hitting my son.
I gave you the pass.
No, I've been giving him a pass.
So now it should start reoccurring. Now we got a problem. I've been gave the pass,
bro. I've been gave the pass before I even spoke to the parents.
So small town.
Because I'm telling my sons I'm trying to teach my sons not to put their hands on no girl.
Small town vibes.
You feel what I'm saying?
It's a good thing and a bad thing.
It's a bad thing.
I use it. I use it now by me being known. I ain't even from here, but I'm known here, and I like the notoriety because I use it for positive. I use it to make money. I use it for people seeing me with my kids. Then this. You see my kids, protect my kids. Know it. Well, I'm coming for you too. Shit. Say that. Now we're gonna wrap it up soon. I got like, hold on, how many more
times?
What
else we got? He like, yo, you went through a lot to
this is one of my favorite questions. Like
what?
If like your favorite era, like 80s, 90s.
My favorite
2000s.
era was the 90s, and the reason why my favorite era was the 90s is because that's when
that shit was so gangster.
It was no internet, it was no phone, it was none of that. Like you
raw.
had to ride your bike to your friend's house to see if they could come home. Like
we did that in the 2000s.
The call waiting, you're calling, and the phone is like, damn, they on the phone, they ain't got call waiting, and the shit is busy. You feel what I'm saying? Like that the 90s was before social media, for internet, for
I like born in the 80s. I like born in the 80s.
Raised in the 90s. Born in the 80s.
So I was born in the 80s.
Me too. I was born
raised in the 90s.
90s
principles. And I did my dirt in the 2000s. I put my work in the 2000s.
And that's exactly what it is, because that's my whole thing. Like,
You got a little more than 90s than me. So the 90s might be a little more real for you because you got the extra little
in the beginning,
the little 3-4 years is important in the 90s.
Like, the 90s, I'm saying as far as like a kid, like a child aspect. Like that was the fun. You get to ride your bikes, be outside. You know, it's no internet, none of this, like none of that shit.
What was your last like good years of the 90s? Like how old was you like when the 90s was over? Like 99, how old was you?
I was like 18. 17?
Oh yeah, you got good years in the 90s.
Yeah.
I'm an 87 baby,
18,
so I was like
17. I was like
2000,
17,
12, 13.
16.
So I couldn't really come off the porch 90s style, but I just seen it. I seen the ruggedness of it. So when I came off the porch,
like even in the 2000s, the early 2000s, it was rocking.
But it was going into different things. That's when like that's when rock star shit start coming out, and you start going into more of. You could be more. It wasn't always rugged, preppy. Start coming out. It wasn't just gangster shit.
No, it wasn't.
It was like
going out, having fun. You ain't got to worry about nobody shooting the fucking party. Going out drunk, coming home drunk. Like that was the fucking way.
All right, so let's go ahead and wrap this shit up. What's your like final thoughts, man? Give me your final thoughts, because you know you want to be a podcaster. I'm looking for podcasters, so you definitely got a home here, and we can start you up for you can start your own. But you definitely could help us out for what we're doing here. I definitely need, you know, a much more mature woman opinion, you know, for our sisters, you know, especially somebody I could trust and I could fuck with. You feel me? So you definitely got a home here that can help you get started up. And we're going to set you up when you get your own. So you get your own podcast and your own business. You feel me? So, any other final, you know, what you
my
guys
final
say?
thoughts is women.
Ladies. My baby mamas, your friends.
Not specifically your baby.
Not specifically, but I hope they listen and watch.
But women,
you gonna send this to them?
Women, ladies, like just don't use your children as a pawn. Like whatever you going through with your child father, just make that be between you and the child's father. Like if you feel like your child father's a certain way or whatever, let your child grow up and see that for themselves. Don't be the bearer of bad news.
Because it's only just your perspective anyway.
Yeah, but don't be the bearer of bad news, because at the end of the day, you could be sitting here saying that child father is this, that, and third, but in that child eyes, like my father's a god. Like my father, he can't do nothing wrong in my life. Like you just sat there and said, your mother was an apple of your eye. She couldn't do nothing wrong.
I felt like that's what happened with me in one of my situations. Like my children, like to kill. I feel like this was intentionally killing my light to make. So
you can't like.
So now I can't even. Now it's like I'm in a situation I got to get the light back.
And
like,
then,
and that's
and then
fucked
on
up.
top of that, like you can't like. And even women, if a man comes to you like on some like being 100 and honest with you, like, yo, I just feel like we just need to co-parent. Just co-parent. Don't sit here and tell this nigga, oh, you ain't gonna see your kid. Why? Why are you trying to use the kid as a pawn to keep from their father? Let that man be a father to their child. Like, stop doing the shit that you doing.
Especially the good ones.
Stop doing the shit that you doing, because like it's just gonna look bad on you.
Stop acting like
your child get
stop
older,
acting like you ain't got no damn daddy.
When your child get older, your child is only gonna resent you and gonna hate you for that, and it's gonna cause a strain on your relationship.
Even if you ain't got no daddy.
Or your daughter is gonna cause that. Like I'm a witness to that. Like it's gonna cause like I told you, my oldest never, like any of my kids, I never spoke bad about their father. But my oldest, she does not have a relationship with her dad because of shit that her dad did, and she's seen it, the broken promises, the hurt, all that.
She's seen it for herself.
They gonna see it for themselves.
So you ain't gotta say nothing.
Exactly.
Cause I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna actually make you look good, because I look in the long run. You feel me? This is my final thoughts. In the long run, I'm gonna be that nigga. Because I took it all. I ain't retaliate. I ain't get up here and none of these
you
minutes.
Ain't bash nobody.
I ain't bash them. I ain't
nobody. You ain't talk bad about
I lost everything. I lost vehicle, apartment, money, almost lost my freedom. I felt that shit was worse than the streets. My baby mother's worse than Bloods. You feel what I'm saying? I don't mean worse than Bloods, like as a person. I mean the things that y'all did to me. No Blood ever did nothing to me that hurt me.
That's true, but females act off of impulse and hurt.
Yeah, feelings and emotions.
They need to stop acting off of that.
It's feelings and emotions. Like that's why, like I treat everything like Crip, no F and E's, cuz like that's how we do. Like that was the thing, and I took that model from that. You feel me? No F and E. So I can't have feelings and emotions negative towards my baby mothers because I don't want nobody else to have. I don't want to open the door for somebody else to play with y'all.
Or disrespect them.
I don't want. I'm not
disrespect them while you got your kids.
Nobody. First of all, they know for a fact nobody never disrespected them. All my baby mothers know when somebody disrespected them and they told me, I corrected that situation, even when I hate them. I ain't gonna say I hate my baby, even when I dislike my baby mothers. So even if I ain't like you, I still had to go correct the situation because I don't want nobody doing something I don't even do.
That mean you love them because if you gotta hate somebody, you gotta love somebody.
I love all my baby mothers, and I want my babies to know that I love y'all for the sake of Allah. You feel me? I love y'all because my children love y'all. I love y'all because y'all gave me my children, even if I ain't want them. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all gave me. And I mean, even I ain't want them, even though I wasn't planning it, even though I wasn't
planning for. You wasn't planning.
And I didn't want no more children. I didn't want children. I didn't want children from women that act crazy like this. You feel? I want women from children that don't be accountable. Like I can act crazy. I can be crazy.
But God gave you them kids. God gave you them kids.
God gave you them kids for a reason.
You was moving reckless.
Yeah,
so he like, oh, this is
kids.
I don't know your baby mothers for being crazy, but I'm just what I'm saying from my perspective.
Because I ain't never tell you the crazy shit they did.
No, I don't want to know it. But God looking at it like, oh, you said you ain't want no kids from this type of term. You out here moving reckless like this? I bet.
But like I said, it's another thing. Like I'm talking about my mindset at the time. I wasn't expecting. I ain't want it. I ain't want to deal with it. But I had to do it. I gotta be a man. I'm gonna have to deal with taking an L. I'm gonna have to deal with facing the opposition that ain't gonna agree with what I'm saying. So they made me better. You made me be able to handle things. You made me be able to handle taking L's. You made me be able to handle disrespect. I wasn't able to handle disrespect from nobody. I'm able to handle disrespect. A stranger might get something by, and I might not. I might just walk by. I would have cut a nigga face off before. You know what I'm saying? I would have put them hands up. I would have did something. But now you look at
something different now.
I'm not God. I can get got. I could take a L. I can literally get disrespected. Nobody never disrespected me in my life but my baby mothers. And got away with it. So thank you, ladies, for showing me that I'm normal and I'm human and I'm not a superhero and that I could get disrespected. Because maybe somebody would have disrespected me, a man, and I would have did something. I could have got myself killed, all for the name of respect. So, but I want y'all to know, y'all need to respect me too. Because if you don't respect me, what about the people that don't respect y'all that respect me?
They're going to disrespect them.
They're going to disrespect you.
Off the strength of you.
You feel me? Or they just might respect me and not respect you. The people that respect me got to respect you. You feel me? If you got respect for me, you got to have respect for my baby mothers. So y'all got to have respect for me. And the reason y'all got to have respect for me, so I could continue to respect y'all. If you don't continue to respect me, I can't respect you, protect you, talk to you, take a picture with you, stand by you, throw your part. No, I can't. But you
just can't do all the extra stuff.
I can't respect. Listen to me.
You can.
No, you're not. Listen. No, listen to me. This is my final thoughts. My final thoughts. I can't respect or protect anyone that doesn't respect me or my boundaries because you're a liability. People I respect. If sis call me and say she needs something and I got it, I'm going to give it. If sis call me and saying somebody doing something that's out of pocket and her child father ain't here to defend her, I'm going to do what I got to do to the best of what I'm capable of. So y'all don't got that respect. And you my child mother, I put a baby in you and you can't even call me and do that now. So maybe you need to build up your respect like how sis got my respect. You feel me? I ain't got no romantic relationship with her. We don't talk and see each other all the time. And she never asked me for nothing.
I don't understand.
She never asked me.
Yeah, he ain't let her. I don't know how y'all going.
And I still make sure I ask. Are you good? What you going through? Everything good? How your kids? How your son? Everything all right? Because they still need positive male mentors. Now, we got stuff going on. Now your sons can act, model, get into the fitness stuff. All the stuff that we talking about, now you can involve your sons in. Now, she got a friend that got all this stuff and resources and studio. We in Risco Studio.
Yeah,
we in Blackwall.
I got a son that want to be a rapper.
So now you got all the resources through Uncle Double. You feel what I'm saying? Uncle Double got all the plugs for the studios. We got the engineers. We got all that. We got a podcast. We got the cameras. We got the movie. We got the film. So that's my final thought. Maybe if y'all had some more respect, y'all could get in these places free. You get free hairdos. My daughters get free hairdos. You ain't gotta pay for them braids. They get free. I don't pay for. You see this? I don't pay for this.
Nigga, so where the fuck was I when I need? Where the fuck was you when I needed a retwist?
All right, let's wrap this shit up, yo. Tamekia.
That's why I got this hat on.
I need to roll my. You give me. I gotta roll my blood
up.
Thank you very much for blessing the podcast. I feel like we got a lot of information.
Yeah, we gotta do this again because this is other topics.
Yeah, so we're gonna do this again, and we
touch on too.
I got 2 other mics. We can have a panel. Maybe we could get some of your peoples. We get some females up here. We get an all female joint up here. Or I might be up here mediating. I might be me with 3 other females mediating. See, you know what I mean? Or we might do 2 males, 2 females. You know what I'm saying? We gonna you know, you want to be a podcaster, you know, this Black Sheep podcaster right now. So until you come up with your own thing, you know, you could help contribute. You could write up. You could produce some shows. You could, you know, screen some people who you think might, you know, we do everything. We do athletes. We do people with careers. We do entertainers. We do, we might have doctors and lawyers up here. You don't know, you know, I'm a man that wear many hats. So we going to have everybody up here because we going to spread the love and show the community. Talk to everybody, like, so you definitely more than welcome anytime.
Yeah, I'm down.
Peace out. Shout out to all my sponsors. Shout out to Common Crazy. Shout out Black Wall. Shout out Mars Multimedia, Wavy Goons, Black Sheep Podcast. Eastside.
And it's a wrap.
Put it out.